Okay, YouTube's up. Okay, go ahead. Periscope is not up, but I'll get them up.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the BA Zone's live show. We're a little late tonight. As you can see, I'm in yet a third location, which was kind of a surprise. We had some technical difficulties, so here I am in what can only be termed the murder room. But, and actually, the murder room, Kathleen, I'm actually with Kathleen, who is like sitting right across from me. So we're going to be playing a little. So if you hear her breathing heavy or trying to choke me, we are in the same room. But anyway, in tonight's show, we're going to be talking about the road less traveled. And by that, I mean expanding or transitioning your career as a business analyst to a product manager. And I'm Marianne Marson, and Kathleen Sinnott, of course, is sitting right across from me in the production booth. And together we are the BA Zone. We're sort of losing our mind, but we are the BA Zone. And if you have any questions or comments during the show, don't be shy, just jump right in. Or if you just want to hang with us and learn something new, we're happy to have you. So everyone is welcome. So make yourself comfortable, relax, and open up your mind while Kathleen plays a little traveling music. Kathleen? Okay, terrific. On the road again. Here we go. A lot of business analysts are, when they're looking for a change or an advancement, particularly in a career, they will look toward the role of project manager and often overlook the role of a product manager, which is sort of the difference between designing the car or directing the traffic. So what exactly is a product manager? A product manager provides the overall sort of long-term vision and strategy and the short-term deliverables of a product or a product line or a suite of products from their inception all the way through the release, the entire product life cycle and beyond. It's sort of that, that sweet spot where you get to manage the business, the technology, and the product, and a whole bunch of other things. What the process actually entails, or the job description entails, differs from company to company because just like a business analyst, half the people don't know what we actually do, right? And it's also sort of based on the interpretation of the business of what a product manager role does. And again, it changes depending on the size of the company, the type of company, the products that they have, and the culture that they potentially have, right? So, but what they all have in common is to improve the product or the product line, create new products, and retain, create new products, sales, market share, profit, and return on investment. Return on investment, baby, that's what everybody's always talking about. So it's about the planning and selling, but it's the planning and selling of your strategy to grow the business. And a lot goes into your strategy. So whether that is a slow and steady pace or you're using cutting edge technology. Now that may sound intimidating at first, but let's break it down. Let's start by looking at the skills that you already have as a business analyst that are pretty much transferable into a product manager. So what do we have? We're talking about an understanding of the customer and the customer experience. You're looking at current customer needs. You're looking at their pain points. And to a degree, you're participating or anticipating their future needs based on the business and the relationship that you build with them. You have to have strong problem-solving skills. Well, that's part of our bread and butter, right? You have to be able to engage and get buy-in. You can say requirements, requirements require sign-off. You have to get buy-in. It's using those persuasion skills. And our careers sort of hinge on developing and driving buy-in from different customers and clients. You have to be able to transform the needs of a customer into ideas and then change those ideas into solutions and those solutions into requirements. via wireframes, comps, prototypes, and you have to be able to work effectively with a cross-functional team. And usually that cross-functional team as a BA is operations, DBAs, developers, and QA. Now, product manager skills take those same core things you do as a business analyst and sort of ramp them up or amp them up to the next level with a couple of extra special sauce thrown on there. So whereas, you have an understanding of your business needs as a BA, from a product manager side, you need to have a really deep understanding of that customer, their business, and the customer experience. So you get that through business intelligence, right? So what type of volumes are they dealing with? The level of customizations that they may need. There's contract specifications, levels of ongoing support to be able to anticipate in the future what they might need. You have to have not just a knowledge of a feature that you're working on or even a particular product. As a product manager, you have to have extensive knowledge and expertise of the products, the product line, competitors' products, and the marketplace. You need to know your products and product offerings inside and out. And then you need to, it's sort of like documenting the as is of any application or process when you first come in, just a lot more extensive. And now you have to become the expert as well as the business analyst. You don't always have to be an expert as a business analyst, but it doesn't hurt. Once you have an understanding of the products that your company offers, you have to then go out and do a product comparison. Who are your competitors? What types of products do they have or use? What makes your product different? What do you bring to the table that they don't? So sort of what differentiates your products from everybody else's? And what makes your products unique but universally appealing so that you can sell it to a larger market share? So that involves some of the product managers' skills that they're using as market research, analysis, and outreach. So they're identifying prospective customers. They're positioning existing products either geographically, regionally, or in the marketplace. They're working on promoting their projects via advertising, and is that advertising consistent with the message of the larger and overall business strategies? Are those messages conveying that correct strategy? Are the outreach campaigns, if you have outreach campaigns, are they effective? You're going to be doing sales research and analysis to develop product sales strategies, making sales calls out to the clients. Now, a lot of times as BAs, we'll go out to customers and clients, so you've already started to hopefully have that type of experience. And it's the same thing, and it's, again, your audience might be slightly different, right? You're going to be reviewing distribution channels or intake channels or any type of channels, and how effective are those channels, all part of sales. You'll be working closely with finance. You may potentially be forecasting revenue with finance. I mean, there's different levels of product manager. You wouldn't be doing that right off the bat, obviously, but that is a skill that you attain as you go on. And also, depending on the product manager level, you might be involved in the actual product and pricing and the positioning within the marketplace. So on top of that, as far as the strong problem-solving skills that we have as BA, you're going to take all of this research and analysis and direct communication with the customers to identify problems that are going to occur based on trends you're seeing in this data. And you're going to address them, or hopefully address them, before they even become an issue, or before the client even knows that they're going to be an issue. You're going to be able to identify gaps in services and opportunities for new products. You're going to be finding areas to improve the customer experience and remain competitive because products out there are moving fast and furious, right? Doesn't always mean they're good, by the way, but they are moving pretty quickly. You'll be able to provide better ongoing customer support. You can identify when it's time to actually sunset an existing product. We've done that in the past where this product is no longer meeting the needs. There's no further enhancement that can be done. Time to scratch it, start from the very beginning. Maybe you'll use a component here or there, but you're always looking to see whether you need to improve, add new, or potentially sunset. And then you're going to build a case to support and communicate all of these needs. So you're going to build this business case based on all of this. And you're going to engage with people to prioritize and get the buy-in, just like you do as a BA, that same consensus that you currently get, you're also trying to get. But again, it is now for your strategy, the product direction at all levels of the organization and external customers. So you'll be prioritizing features for delivery to market, especially, and this occurs especially with startups, where everyone is willing to customize, to get a sale. And the sale is based on a revenue model that may or may not pan out. So, once everybody is asking for these type of features and you're getting buy-in, you're also going to have to say no at times. And the way to do that and to prioritize the work that you're going to have to get that's coming at all directions, you're not the only person who's looking to enhance the product. You're working with a group of people and customers, all who have ideas, even if executives have ideas. And you're going to have to prioritize that work. And the only thing that I can tell you is that when it comes to prioritization and ordering what goes out in a release and when, or even saying no to a potential release, is to make sure you back that up with solid evidence-based research. And that speaks louder, facts speaks louder than opinions, right? So everybody's got an opinion. But if you can actually say, look, this is what's going to happen if we do this, and it's based on research and fact and analysis, you're going to use your same buy-in skills, but that's an easier way. It's a little more consumable, a little more digestible. But people don't get their backs up because they think it's your opinion. It's evidence-based, and just make sure you have all that. So there is a lot of research involved with product management. But again, do you want to drive the car or do you want to direct the traffic? So as far as transforming your ideas into solutions, you're also stepping up a level from the BA because you're looking at this from a product level, an entire product level, and not just a feature level. And you have this overall concept that you want to actually morph into a user experience design, with actual programs and features and prototypes. You want to take that vision that you have and actually make it visual. And take that vision and make sure it aligns with the company's overall strategies and goals or your customers, and spread it out over the future. So when I say spread it out over the future, the product manager creates and owns what's called a product roadmap. I've made many of these product roadmaps over the years, and it sort of takes a product vision and looks at it from what are we doing this year, what are we doing in the next 3 to 5 years with this product. And people will come up with ideas and solutions, and you're also reviewing other people's ideas and determining where and how they're going to be implemented. And from that product roadmap, you're also, as a product manager, going to be creating the product requirements. These are different from the business requirements that we do. These actually drive the subsequent business requirements. This is what we actually need to have at a much higher level across the board so that everything sort of melds in this nice little pot of soup, right? And nothing stands out too sharp, too sour, too sweet. So it's that melding of everything into a product requirements document. And you own that as well as the product manager. And product managers to a degree will drive the timelines and the schedules for the delivery of those products. And they do that typically with a project manager. Hopefully they don't have to do it all themselves as well. When it comes to working effectively with a cross-functional team in order to deliver the product, not only are you working with ops, DBAs, and QA, now you've got everybody. You are now working with executives and promoting your ideas up to the executives, or trying to gently turn some of their ideas down if they have them or they don't make sense. You're working with finance, you're working with BAs, you're working with other product managers, project managers, data analysts, designers, marketing, public relations, sales, and a host of other roles. So you're really coordinating a lot of different roles and a lot of different personalities, which can be challenging, but can also be a lot of fun, right? The product manager needs to confirm and communicate the plan and the strategy to everyone, and work with everyone. Now, some teams will try to position themselves to dominate. And this usually happens, and I'm not naming names, but this usually happens with sales and marketing. They'll promise the moon to clients and then expect everybody to deliver. So part of the role of a product manager is to make sure that whatever they're putting out there, hopefully they're not putting it out ahead of you, so be careful what you tell them. But it's to make sure that whatever they're promising fits in with that overall strategy that you've outlined in the product roadmap and the product requirements. So communication will be key, and you'll need to be as transparent as possible. Changes to that plan, there can be changes to it. Obviously, there's always changes, right? But you have to communicate what are the trade-offs if we do it that way. What might be the revenue response or the market share response. So again, use solid analysis and research to back up the explanations and decisions. You can argue with opinions, but not real facts. And here's a fact that you can't argue with. We have plenty of new subscribers, and we just want to take a moment and welcome them to our community. And we hope we can be of service to you folks and help you connect with other business analysts. And we invite everyone to sign up for our mailing list, so you can be the first one to find out about any of our upcoming events, classes, and free stuff. And we collect minimal information. We don't share that information with anyone else. It is strictly to inform you of what's going on. And you can also like and follow us on Facebook. And if you're on YouTube, you can subscribe and hit the little bell icon, and you'll get notified when we go live. So if you haven't already, please join our community and help us to make it a place where we can share our experiences and, give each other a hand. And that's what we're here for. Okay, so if you're thinking about going into product management, there's some things you can focus on. You can take classes, but it's not necessary. A lot of product managers come from all different areas of the organization, ops, technical, BAs. There's all different levels of product managers, junior, associate, technical. But there are things you can do now to prepare if you're thinking about going into product management. I mean, the first thing that you can do, if you have a product manager in your company, is ask them to be your mentor, or at least let you sit in on meetings that might not be of a sensitive nature, and really watch how they work. What is their approach to problems and product enhancements? We're down in the weeds a lot with all the details, and product managers are sort of watching the landscape, and they get down in the weeds to get more information, or they delegate that particular step. But they do sometimes behave a little differently, and you can see how they interact with different levels in the organization. Another thing you can do is practice. The next time you work on a requirements doc, try thinking like a product manager. Where would this product or feature be in the next year or 3 years? Create your own product roadmap. Who knows, somebody might even develop something, or you could present that to a product manager if you have one. How would you change the product or expand it to meet a specific client? or to use it universally. What are its strengths, its weaknesses? Create a business case that justifies why you would be doing what you're doing in a year or 3 to 5 years. Practice on creating business cases and try prioritizing the deliverables with a set number of resources, and then reduce some of those resources and see how you would handle it. It sort of gets you used to planning. There's plenty of things we can do on our own to learn about different things, right? And that's just some of that. Some of the other skills or tools that you can look into, and research about. You can do this online or just keep watching our show. Definitely brainstorming, roadmaps, look about collecting key metrics, the business case, analytical tools, how you use analytical tools like Google Analytics or other ones, market analysis, how to do a competitor analysis. Look really into design. If we're talking about being a product manager who's improving and we're talking about applications really. So you want to look at how to do usability studies. Look at user interface or user experience, UI, UX. Look at ways to improve prioritization, some project management skills. And definitely look into the art of persuasion. And before we wrap up, maybe we can persuade you to leave a comment or a question or suggestions about future shows. We get a lot of our show content from people requesting what they want to see. And you can find us in all the usual places. And Kathleen will put that slide up, and she'll give me the heads up when she's there. And it's up, she gives me the heads up. And you can find us on thebazone.com. That's our website. Facebook and YouTube and what am I missing? Periscope and Instagram and yeah, this is why I have serious notes, because I can't remember anything anymore, but I remember how to work, that's for sure. Okay, so to wrap things up, if you're looking to expand out from a business analyst role and you're a curious person, you want to lead, you're methodical, you're detail-oriented, and you want to be involved in everything around a product. You're not satisfied. Most product managers just aren't satisfied. And that's why they become product managers, because, they know that they can do a better job. So if you want to learn everything about a product, think about the road less traveled. Think about product management and just get started. When you're thinking about project management, think about product management as well. Again, do you want to build the car or manage the traffic? So, are we good, Kathleen? We're okay tonight?
Yeah, we're good.
We're great. Okay, so that wraps up tonight's show. I want everybody to have a great night and a positive and productive week. And we'll see you next week on the BA Zone line. Good night, everybody. Take care.